Have you ever wondered about the history of train hopping? Let's journey back to the dawn of the railroad, a time when the world was being reshaped by the power of steam and steel. This was the Industrial Revolution, a period of unprecedented change and opportunity that set the stage for the rise of a new mode of travel: train hopping. The birth of the railroad was a defining moment in history. It transformed the way people moved, worked, and lived their lives. It connected distant towns, cities, and even countries in a way that was previously unimaginable. This network of iron and steam opened up a world of possibilities, and it wasn't long before some saw it as more than just a means to get from point A to point B. Enter the first train hoppers. These were often migrant workers, men and women who were drawn to the promise of employment in distant lands. They would hop onto freight trains, stowing away in boxcars or clinging to the sides of the locomotive as they journeyed in search of work. It was a tough and dangerous way to travel, but it was a means to an end. But not all train hoppers were driven by necessity. Some were adventurers, drawn to the allure of the open road and the thrill of the unknown. They saw the railroad as a gateway to new experiences, a way to see the world beyond their doorstep. They were the pioneers of a new form of travel, one that was as much about the journey as it was about the destination. These early train hoppers laid the foundations for a subculture that would continue to evolve and thrive over the years. They were the trailblazers, the ones who saw the potential in the roar of a locomotive and the stretch of track disappearing into the horizon. They were the ones who dared to ride the rails, to embrace the freedom and excitement that this new form of travel offered. Thus, the stage was set for a new, thrilling mode of travel that would capture the imagination of many. As the railroad expanded across the American landscape, train hopping evolved into a phenomenon of its own. The Great Depression, a time of hardship and uncertainty, saw a rise in this practice as men and women, often referred to as hobos and tramps, turned to the rails in search of work and adventure. It was a time when the American dream seemed out of reach for many, and the rumble of the iron horse offered a glimmer of hope, a potential escape from the dire straits of the era. The boxcar, once just a symbol of industry and commerce, transformed into a refuge for the desperate and adventurous alike. These hobos and tramps, armed with little more than a sense of resilience and a yearning for a better life, rode the rails, traversing the length and breadth of the country. They were driven not just by the need to survive, but also by the allure of the open road, the thrill of the unknown, and the promise of a fresh start in a new town, a new state, a new life. Their experiences, as diverse as the landscapes they journeyed through, were immortalized in folk songs and literature. These tales painted a vivid portrait of life on the fringes of society, capturing the spirit of an era, the struggles and triumphs of those who dared to ride the rails. From the poignant strains of Woody Guthrie's Hobo's Lullaby to the gritty realism of John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men, these works of art reflect the raw, unvarnished truth of the hobo life. They speak of the loneliness and hardship, but also of the camaraderie, the freedom, and the indomitable spirit that defined the hobo culture. Despite the hardships, the spirit of train hopping endured, creating a vibrant subculture on the fringes of society. A subculture that, in the face of adversity, found a way to turn a means of transport into a way of life, a lifeline, and a symbol of resilience and hope. A subculture that, to this day, continues to inspire and fascinate, a testament to the enduring allure of the open road. The passing of the decades saw a new generation answer the call of the rails. As the dust settled on the post-war era, the countercultural movements of the 60s and 70s began to take shape. This was a time of change, of rebellion against the status quo, and for some, train hopping became a symbol of this rebellion. In the heart of this era, the spirit of train hopping was reignited. It was more than just a means of transportation, it was a form of expression, a lifestyle, a way to break free from the constraints of a society they perceived as increasingly homogenized and commercialized. Train hopping was synonymous with a sense of adventure and a yearning for freedom. It resonated with those who questioned societal norms and sought a different path. The rails offered an escape, a way to shrug off the shackles of convention and explore the vast, untamed landscapes of the country. These were not the hobos of the Great Depression, driven by necessity and hardship. These were the wanderers, the dreamers, the rebels. They were inspired by the stories of the past, but sought to write their own chapters, to leave their own marks on the annals of train hopping history. They traveled light and lived simply, their possessions a testament to their nomadic lifestyle. Their companions were the changing scenery, the rhythmic lull of the train, and the fellow wanderers they met along the way. They shared stories, experiences, and a common bond, a love for the open road and the freedom it represented. The countercultural movement breathed new life into train hopping, infusing it with a renewed sense of purpose and camaraderie. It became a community, a subculture, a way of life that defied the conventional path. This was a time when train hopping evolved from a means of survival into a statement of identity. It was a declaration of independence, a celebration of freedom, and a testament to the enduring allure of the open road. Inspired by a desire for freedom and camaraderie, these modern-day adventurers breathed new life into the tradition of train hopping. Fast forward to the present day, and the tradition of train hopping is alive and well. The digital age has not extinguished the spirit of this adventurous subculture, but rather, it has given it a new lease of life. Through the lens of HBO's documentaries, we glimpse into the lives of contemporary train hoppers, a diverse band of individuals bound together by the shared allure of the rails. They come from all walks of life, each with their own unique motivations and stories to tell. Among them are the thrill seekers, adrenaline junkies who hop trains for the sheer excitement and the challenge it presents. For these individuals, every journey is a heart-pounding adventure, a daring dance with danger that pushes the boundaries of their comfort zones. Then there are those who are drawn to the rails out of a longing for connection. In a world that's increasingly digital and disconnected, train hopping offers a rare opportunity for genuine human interaction. The boxcar becomes a shared space, a makeshift community where stories and experiences are exchanged and lifelong friendships are forged. We also find among these modern-day hobos, individuals seeking an alternative lifestyle, a break from the monotony of 9-to-5 grind. They see in train hopping a chance to reclaim their freedom, to live life on their own terms without the constraints of societal norms. Yet it's not just about the ride for these contemporary train hoppers. The digital age has added a new dimension to their journeys. Smartphones and social media have transformed how they navigate the rails, share their experiences, and connect with fellow hoppers. Through platforms like YouTube and Instagram, they document their adventures, offering us a window into their world, and in the process, keeping the spirit of train hopping alive for future generations. The digital age has indeed reshaped the world of train hopping, but at its core, the essence remains the same. It's still about the journey, not the destination. It's about freedom, adventure, and connection. In the digital age, the allure of the open road continues to beckon, inviting us all to explore new horizons. From the boxcars of yesteryear to the digital age of today, the history of train hopping is a rich tapestry of experiences. This journey has taken us from the dawn of the railroad, where the Industrial Revolution birthed a new era of opportunity, to the hardships of the Great Depression, where hobos and tramps sought work and adventure on the rails. We've ventured into the countercultural movements of the mid-20th century, where the spirit of rebellion and escape were embodied by train hoppers, and into the present day, where the tradition continues in the face of digital modernity. Each era has added a unique thread to the tapestry, shaping the legacy of train hopping. Throughout the ages, the resilience of train hoppers has been remarkable. From migrant workers braving the elements in search of employment, to modern thrill seekers defying convention for the sake of adventure, this spirit has remained a constant. It's a testament to the enduring allure of the open road and the freedom it represents. Equally striking is the creativity that train hopping has inspired. Folk songs and literature have immortalized the tales of those who rode the rails, while contemporary documentaries have brought their stories to a global audience. These creative expressions are a testament to the powerful impact of the train hopping culture. But perhaps the most defining aspect of train hopping is the sense of community it fosters. From the camaraderie of the hobos during the Great Depression to the kinship among modern-day adventurers, the rails have served as a unifying force. They've created a shared identity, a collective history, and a sense of belonging that transcends time and place. As we've seen, the spirit of train hopping endures, inviting us all to forge our own paths and explore the world in our own unique way. This journey through history is not just a chronicle of the past, but a testament to the potential of the future. It's a reminder that the rails still beckon, and the adventure is far from over.